This is the podcast version of Redline Legendz. Take one. What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. It's been a minute. Truth is, I couldn't find my camera. No, I'm just joking. No, I've just been working, man. Videography, doing stuff, just trying to improve my skills so I could deliver some better quality content for you. Stuff that's coming from the heart, something that I wanted to create and share with the world. But yeah, I just wanted to come holler at y'all. I found the camera, so I figured, hey, well, why not? I found it in an old shoebox. Don't even know how I got there. But anyway, so I just want to make a video, let y'all know I'm alive, I'm well, chilling. I did want to talk to you guys about some stuff. I figured I'd just share some things about myself. Some things I've learned along the way, trying to navigate this biker world, this bike set, this biker community. So I'll share a few things that I've learned over the years, and just maybe it helps somebody else. If not, this ain't your cup of tea. Hit subscribe though. I ride two wheels. Give me that at least, What's going on out there? Anyway, so about me, I started riding in 2008. So I've been riding for going on 12 years here soon? No, actually going on 13 here as we go into 2021. I didn't get onto the set until 2011, but I'd always been around people who were affiliated in motorcycle clubs. People were trying to, I don't want to say recruit, but, the offer was on the table, but no, I just didn't do that. I wanted to ride. I just wanted to race. I didn't want to go to no parties, nothing like that. I wanted to race, just straight up race all day, every day. But eventually I got pulled in, started thinking about things and learning more about it. And yeah, I've talked about it before, so we're not going to recap over that. But anyway, I'm just going to tell you some things that I learned along the way as a president, as a motorcycle club member. Things that I learned that helped me just become better, become wiser out here, and to really learn how to change my perspective when dealing with things. Not change it for bending over or but Bruce Lee said it best, be like water. Up here, you gotta constantly have to re-navigate, reanalyze, and remap how you think about things, and being able to communicate with people effectively in conflict and just in general. If you can do that, you can be like water out here, you will be good to go. And I'll explain some of that stuff. So this is basically me just sharing you some tips and things that I've learned along the way. So hopefully you can take away something from this. For you new people, I'll try and give you this perspective of some of the things that I've done and some of the mistakes that I've made. That way you don't have to. But I'll do it in little points. Since I was on the set, I've always managed to be in the position of president. Do I feel like I should have been picked? I don't know, man. I'm thankful for it, and it's been an experience. You learn a lot about yourself being a president. But I don't know, man. I feel like anybody could have done it, and they just would have done what they did. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, as a president, I've noticed. And this is not start off negative, but it's just me telling you how. Scratch that. We'll talk about that next. But when I first got on, I'll talk about when I first got on. Things that I did, I believe, helped me become successful in my area. Because I was 23, I was young, so I had that to my advantage as far as energy, but as far as my positioning. Most of the presidents are at that time in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and some in their 60s. So I was 23, 24. So when I first got on the set, one of the things that I was taught by my cousin, he's actually, he was a national, he's the founder of a very, very popular club. He talked to me about respect, giving respect and receiving respect. He taught me a lot, honestly. But anyway, it was from that standpoint that I understood that there's levels to this. I immediately came in knowing that I don't know everything. Just because I ride fast don't make me the man. And then also just, watching my father. My father's a pastor, so he's always having to govern and deal with things that people probably don't even think they deal with. Most people try and crack jokes and be like offering or, just the nonsense stuff when they really don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, I've watched him deal with a lot of conflict and have to try to not change people's perspectives, but give them another way of thinking to where, okay, we can have peace here. Make a long story short, man, what I did was when I first got on the set was I came from a place and I came from the angle of humbleness and trying to learn. Trying to learn the different ways that people do things, trying to learn people's perspectives, trying to hear their thoughts. So what I did was I said, hey, my name is, at the time, they called me Ace. I said, hey, my name is Ace. I'm a young president. I want to, I know you're one of the other presidents of such and such club, and I wanted to pick your brain. Would that be okay? I'm new to this, and I'm just trying to make sure that I get myself right. That way I can keep my guys in the position to where they're being the best that they possibly can be. If you have any time, we can go sit down at a bar, go grab something to eat, just chop it up, man, and I just get to pick your brain and learn something about me. That was my angle, and it was from a place of genuine, just trying to learn and just trying to be the best that I can be. I understood that most men, including myself, we let our ego sometimes get the best of us. I had to check that. Being that I was younger, it made it easier to do that. But now, I think if I was a new president, I'm 34 now, maybe I would still use my inexperience as the way to try and gain knowledge. I just couldn't use my age. Yeah. So I guess I could still do the same thing if I could redo everything at this point. But most of the time you'll find that presidents, some people really ain't in the position for the positive. They're in it for the personal. So they have an ego and they think that they're the man and they think they have a lot of power. And all that's just an illusion. So if they have that approach, if they have that mindset, then ain't no way in the world they gonna go up to another person, hey, can you teach me something? They're not gonna do that. It's dumb, but they'd rather stare at you from afar and have their doubts. And when they see you, they're like, what's up, bro? But if you in tune with yourself, you're able to discern who's who and what's what. It can save you a lot of time and it save you a lot of energy when dealing with people and understanding when people just want a reaction out of you. Anyway, so history, man, that's where I came from. That's how I got started. I met many different presidents within a year's time span. Had their number on my phone. We'd go out to eat and just really build a relationship to where I knew that if there was any type of conflict that could or would arise, it didn't, but just in case, I could just pick up the phone and be like, hey man, this happened, let's just squash it. And it wouldn't be no issue. Because I felt like the more proactive you are, the less angry you have to be. Now, for me, what I learned as a president was, even though I'm really proactive, sometimes your bros and the squad and the team, not really proactive. Or they don't listen. Or it could be me. Maybe I'm not communicating it right. You never know. But I'm very proactive. I'll call stuff and I'll say, this is gonna happen. in this amount of time if we don't do this, or if you want to do this, this is what we need to do now. You know, and it go in one ear out the other. Most people just like to react to stuff. Say, did you know this was happening? And if you say no, they're like, well, why didn't you know that was happening? And it just, most people are reactive. So if you can be proactive about something, whether it be setting up for your party, setting up for a ride, setting up for a meeting, going out to eat, just going to a party, going to a charity event, if you can be proactive and try to get everything mapped out to where that day you're just going through the motions, it'll make your presidency a lot easier. Be proactive. You know, it helps. It definitely helps. Let's see what else we got. Some other things I learned how to deal with. That's how I built the relationship. That's how I don't want to say like kind of got in the mix pretty quickly. I did. I think I jumped in the mix of everything too fast when I first started, and I feel like had we had a pace, we would have been okay. But we didn't have no pace. We was going 100 miles an hour, trying to throw all the biggest parties, which we threw some bangers, but we moved too fast. We moved too fast with adding people. We moved too fast with making these parties. And when we realized is the set don't love you like you think it does. The set don't love you at all. It don't owe you nothing. And when you make that mistake, man, it hurts. It's gonna bite you in the butt. So we was moving too fast and letting people in that we really didn't know, or even take the time to like vet. You know, when you starting out, y'all just, man, we want to be popping. We want to be that. It's just cool. Just understand what all comes with that. If you get it fast, it's gonna go fast. If you pace yourself, take your time. When people are trying to join, take your time. I want to see you at your worst, so I know what you are. Yeah, maybe that's wrong. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy, but I'm just saying, like, think about it. Once somebody's in your club, that's your brother, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. You can't try to, no. Now you calling me bro. So I'd rather go ahead and see what you're about, and you'll find out. People, if you do it right, you'll find out, man. You'll find out stuff about you too, but you'll find out people full of shit. Like they just make up stuff. Oh man, that's a whole nother story. So I mean, that leads into one of my other points, was just how to deal with talkers. Like whether it be talkers, that's why you have to really be careful with who you open up to out here. You really do. You gotta constantly be mindful of it. And I've made the mistake multiple times of opening up to somebody I thought was my bro, you know, or family, and bit me in the butt. I'm out here looking dumb. So don't let that be you, you know. If you're gonna call somebody your bro and you really trust them, then that's that, you know. But these people out here that say, hey, what's up, fam? What's up, bro? And you know they not, just deal with them accordingly, you know. You ain't gotta tell everything to everybody. And everybody doesn't need an explanation. That's one thing I made. I made a big mistake of trying to chase down rumors. Yeah, you know, people make up rumors about you out here on the set, and it'll go. And you'll try hard to put the fire out and try to like, what are you talking about? What? You know, people come up to you, oh, again, man, just shaking their head at you like, what? I heard about you. What? Like, oh, I can't tell you. Yeah, I heard that. Y'all ever heard that goofy stuff before? Don't entertain that. Don't even try to chase the rumor, because you just gonna make yourself look guilty, even if you wasn't. Just let it go. That's what I learned over time. So let it go. People make rumors about y'all, who you dealing with, or what you did this or you did that. Just let it go, man. Let it go. Young brother, let it go. Um, a lot of times rumors come from haters. Haters are people that do and say things. Anyway, y'all know what haters are. But haters are necessary. You just gotta identify them and still be 100. You know, hey, how you doing? But just don't open up to them, I guess. Yeah. And they don't always come from opposition. People confuse like all they beefing versus a person having their thought process or their ideas are on opposite ends of the spectrum, but doesn't mean they enemies or they beefing. Like, this is crazy. But haters also be like the people that's close to you sometimes. You know, they don't realize they do it. You know, it's almost second nature to them. Some people crack jokes on you that have a hint of truth to them because they feel a certain type of way, but they just can't tell you. Then you got the people that really admire you for what you do and really be like, dang, man, he on his stuff. But they'll never give you the credit. And matter of fact, they'll even try to push you down or try to act like they don't see what you're doing or try to like, you know, turn the shoulder so they like, oh, but they really watching. Yeah, we know they out there. Love you too though. So anyway, dealing with haters like that, man, the ones that be close to you and crack the little, oh, I see your little show. You know what? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I seen your show. I don't know, but they throwing like, I seen your little show. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they call you and say, yeah, I've been trying to call you, but I want to see if you want to do this show. What? You didn't call me. It'd be like little petty stuff. You gotta overlook that because you can't entertain it. You're not gonna elevate down here with the roaches. Like Diddy said, you're not gonna elevate. You're not gonna go to the next level down here entertaining the roaches. You can't do it. Don't entertain the roaches. You just stay focused on what you're here to do. You stay true to it and understand that everybody is not gonna like you. So we just call them haters. They may not really even hate, but you know what I'm saying. Don't entertain the roaches. Then you got people in your squad, and I'm just saying in general. Y'all know y'all all have experienced this. Then you got people that all they do is complain. Like, if that's all you see, that's all you ever gonna see. Either you can do something to fill that hole and step up, or shut up. Like, I don't understand that. That's like mind-blowing to me. When I see something that's bothering me, I learn something about it and I do it. Very rarely do I just go up to people, unless you're really, really close to me, and just complain like that. Like, I don't really talk that much, like, to people that either A, not gonna listen, so why waste my energy and my incredibleness of words that I'm gonna try to give you if you're not even gonna listen? Well, you got it, you know? But yeah, man, I don't really complain, so don't entertain complainers. Please don't. They're like a drain. It's just a drain of energy from you every time you got to listen to that. And we not doing this and we not doing that and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, take inventory of everything around you. Take inventory of everything you're saying and ask yourself, is this part of the bigger picture, or is this something you just in your feelings about? You really got to think about this stuff. Anyway, let's talk about something positive. True brotherhood. Your brother is your brother. Once you say this is your brother, this is your brother. And you've got to understand, if this is truly your brother, then this is truly your brother. It ain't nothing you can do to change it. No matter when you fall out with him, no matter when y'all having the best time of your life, or no matter if he got the girl you really wanted, you gotta fall back, bud. Like, if you're not doing that, don't even say brotherhood. It's not the action that's the problem. It's the mindset behind it. And I'm going to leave it at that because most people wouldn't even know beyond just that. It's not the action of what you do. It's the mindset that tells all we need to know. So what we talking about? True brotherhood, man. It's a journey of ups and downs. But if they call you and they need you, you do all you can to make it happen. Am I always perfect with it? Nope. Not even close. But I try. And I try to treat everybody the same way, or the way that I would treat myself, or I would want somebody to treat me. It's simple. You want somebody to be honest with you, you gotta be honest with them. You want somebody to keep it a buck or ride with me through the pits, that's what you gotta be. You can't pop in, pop out and be when it's convenient. You know? It's always a journey. It's always something where we gotta step up in. So that's why I gotta step up in it too. But I learned very quickly that everybody is not your brother. Sad truth. But then even with you, if you got sisters, don't mess with your sisters. Like sisters being like social clubs, or if you have like a co-ed club, like some people do. What else we got? And then you gotta deal with your ego, man. Ego will have a young man thinking he's already a old head in the game, and have an old head thinking he's still in his 20s. How we all just want to be the opposite side of what we are. Think about it. All of the old heads still want to be, well, I'm not all of them, but the ones that haven't grown up still think it's the 90s, and they are that it factor. And the new ones come in thinking that they are the it factor, and they don't want to listen, and they already at the top of their game because they getting that attention. There's a breakdown. If only there was a middle child. That could bridge the gap between the older generation and the younger generation. Someone that's in the middle. Would any side listen? I don't know. But I just have to talk about it. Because I've been the young guy and I'm in the middle now. I'm not the old guy. I'm just in the middle taking notes. And if you're president long enough, you'll realize that you'll have mentors, but then you'll have people that you once looked up to and you realize they wasn't talking. It wasn't real. It's sad truth that it wasn't real. Drake said it best. It bothers me when the gods get to acting like the broads. And it disappoints you because you look up to these people like, dang, how did they were able to do that? And you mimic them. You try to like get the little style down. You're like, hey. But nope, you can't do it. Because you will find the dead end that really awaits. The only path that works is if you be yourself. And that's where thousands and thousands of men out here on this set seem to have gotten it lost. Now, there are some real ones. But a lot of us are ego driven. I've learned just to try to, just when I first got in, I was one of those types of people that, I was like, always trying to be like, right, like, you got to do it the right way. And then you would try to like point out that somebody else wasn't doing something right. Like when I got deep in it, that's how it was. It was like, at least that's how I felt like it was when I look back. But so like when people would be on that BS and trying to hold meetings and they not being consistent, but they want you to be this and they want you to be that, I was that dude that was like, well, hold up now. Wait a minute. What's up with this, that? Like, how are you gonna tell? How you can't expect something from people that you're not willing to give. So if I knew that, and I knew that if I'm gonna ask something of one of my members or one of my bros, then I gotta be willing to do the same. But if somebody's trying to tell me to do that when they're not doing that, and they're not setting the example, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, but they're wanting you to, I would call you out. And it would be like in a non-aggressive way. So it's just like, dang, you can't get mad, but you look stupid. That was me. So I know it. Plenty of people, like older people. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying to be like that, but I'm like, yo, you know how when you first get into the club and you want to do everything right, and you want to do everything like huh. So when people weren't, it would frustrate me, and it would cause many long conference calls, and I was always in trouble. Yeah. I was always in trouble. So as I got older, I was just like, what's more important? My brothers, and knowing that they're good, knowing that they getting married, knowing that they getting businesses, knowing that they're growing, they had a baby on the way, they got a house, they're out of trouble. What was more important? Proving a point and trying to make sure this was perfect, or knowing that my bros could come here and I could see them advance their life? And from that point on, I was like, I'm not finna be that person, that stickler dude. So I'm way more laid back, and I know that bothers some people. Are weird, man. I won't call them weird, but some people want to see you get upset. They want to see what you made of when you get upset. But that's the thing. You can't control what another person thinks or how they should feel. If you can control how you think and how you feel and change it when it's necessary, almost like water, then you technically should be able to navigate this without too many problems. It takes time to get there, though. It takes time. That's why when something happens, you'll notice you'll have a brother or sister remember that it's like, we gotta and this is wrong, that's some bull, and then you'll have the older member that's just like, because they done seen it before. They already know what's gonna happen. They already know the play. They already know how this is gonna play out, because it never fails. There's certain things that you don't do, and there's certain things that you do to get a certain outcome. It's simple. You don't have to like exert all your energy into trying to make a point or try to point something out when you know the overall situation. You're like, all right, I see where this is gonna go. Why even wait there? I'll meet you on the back end and we'll get it fixed. But all that ups and downs and she said, he said that. Save your mind. It ain't even necessary. So you could get there where you feel like, oh, I'm finna go into this meeting and go off. This is how I feel. If you can really evaluate yourself and get your mind right, you'll be able to convey everything you wanted to convey, but from a positive place. And you probably get a better change. Sometimes. Hopefully, right? Never stop learning. Now this one, I had reached a point where it was like, what is going on? And I learned that sometimes as a president, you have your mentors. You have, like I said, you have the mentors, people you look up to and you learn from. But never get to the point where that's all you really like take in. Never get to the point to where, the buck stops here. Like, true, but I'm now learning to listen to my members and listen to people who may not be as experienced. Listen to them from a place of, of course, having the conversation, but also adding in the factor of listening to learn something, learn a perspective, and learn that person from that, whatever the conversation is. If you can do that, you're a bad dude. And that ain't got nothing to do with being tough. It's just about being able to have a mind strong enough to, when you're upset about something or something's bothering you, you're at a conflict with somebody, that you can have a conversation with that person peacefully to reach a resolution. See, most people get mad. They get real mad, or then they start riling up. You know what I'm saying? So that's their level. That's their limit. What would you rather be able to do? Take down a mountain by using your strength, your energy, your force, your muscles, showing how tough you are to knock the mountain down? Or position it to where your mind is the one that's able to move the mountain and make peace and reach a resolution. You know what I'm saying? If you can do that, who would you rather be? But out here, and we the main ones talking about we take our own path, but we've let Hollywood, we've let society tell us what tough is. But we took our own path, right? So many people out here just living the stereotype. Hey, I said it. You know what I'm saying. It ain't from a negative place. Some people are just living what they saw on TV, what they saw on Biker Boys. Was I one? Yeah. But up here, it's got to grow. It's got to grow. Maybe that's why they call it the set, though. So many people go and they sit. They sit there. And that's where they stay. That's where they stay. They settle. That's why you'll see a 20-year-old go in with a mindset and still have it at 62, 63. Same mindset. Parties, these women, And you're like, did you learn anything from being out here? Well, we pound. Right. What did you learn? And then, see, that's the thing. People be like, well, that's the tradition. That's this. But it's just like, if you didn't understand where something originated from, somebody just told you that, and you did not do any type of research to find out what was true and what wasn't, what's the point? Like the lady who made the cake and cut the ends off the cake because her grandma cut the ends off the cake. And so her daughter asked her one day, why do you cut the ends of the cake? And she said, I don't even know. My grandma used to do it. Let me call her and ask her. So she says, so why did you cut the ends of the cake? When we was growing up, you used to cut the ends of the cake, and I do it, and I don't even know why I do it. She said the reason I cut the cake was because I didn't have a pan that was big enough to fit the full cake. You see what I'm saying? So are we doing this right now? Even in a pandemic, we got bikers out here beefing with each other. What? How? Anyway, because of tradition, because of this, that's how we always did it. But they don't understand that they're cutting the end of the cake because at that time, we didn't have the space to be what we are now. So how many people are settling on the set with that mindset that we ain't even talking about physically? Your mind. People get onto the set for many, many reasons. People want to hug. People want to be popular. People are hurt. People are looking for something. People are trying to escape from something. We all have our reasons, but we all should use this to gain family and to learn something. You should come out of this 20 times better than you ever could have when you went in. And that's with anything. That's just not the set. That's if you really, really, really become one with yourself and really learn this stuff, man. And learn about you. It's really what I'm saying. Facts. Hopefully this helps somebody. Sometimes it's just good to let it out. But yeah, don't be settled, man. Don't get stuck. Don't be here stuck. Don't be 45, 55, 56, still thinking it's 1990s and Tupac is out. You know. It's not. There's a new. I don't want to. It's just not the 90s. Like, people, we gotta grow up. We gotta do better, including myself. I'm guilty of a lot. I see the ways that I've changed, and I just want to continue to change. But yeah, man. God bless y'all. Subscribe to the channel. You already know. I'm just talking. I ain't even trying to give no advice. I'm just speaking from where I am. And hopefully that helps somebody that maybe shines a little bit like me, you know. Maybe it'll reach you out, but it is what it is. I'll catch y'all in the next video.